All right, you got it back up. I changed a few things, and I know we'll probably have less viewers today because of that. I don't know what the issue was for that. Um, just very weird. For me, even after I restarted it last time, it didn't work. Like the thumbnail would just repeat over and over again, and it would just spin. So even for me, the last time didn't work. I changed the stream key and a few other things. It should hopefully work now. Let me know how it works. There we go. All right, good. Yeah, I tried to get it to work for you guys. Um, I don't know what happened with the guy, so I apologize about that. We got it up though before the open, and we got a little bit of time to spare, so all good now. Yeah, you guys can see me now. Like I said, I just restarted it. We were having some issues with it, so glad to see it's working. What's up, guys? Good morning. Cool. I'm just glad to get it back working again. I was concerned for a second, so we got it back. That's the big thing. I'm gonna have to go delete the old video now. There we go. Hey man, be safe, brother. Yeah, man. Sorry, we finally got the stream up and running. We were having some issues this morning, guys. So welcome back. If you missed the first half, it should be a fun day. Oh, all right. It should be working now. Man, even my end now, it's not even showing me. It says live, but it says. There we go. All right. Ugh, I don't know. Oh, sorry, guys. So apparently I just kicked the other half out that it was working for. I tried to make it work. I don't know what happened. Look, we're just gonna have to leave it like this. And what I'll do is I'll just record. I'll just record today and post a recap that way. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the guys. Just very weird. I'm having some issues on YouTube for sure. So sorry about that. Sorry for everybody that it was working for before and now it stopped working. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, man. Just issues. Yeah, we got a few people reporting it though, saying they're having issues. All right, as long as it's up, guys, I'm just trying to make it work for you. Sorry, I know we're not talking about stocks. We got about 10 minutes, guys, 10 minutes until the open. I know we've been having some technical difficulties this morning, but it should be a fun day. Today's day 2 with 1,000 shares, and let's do it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's working now, so as long as it's working, it's actually weird. It's frozen on my end. Um, there it goes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Now the chat's gone. Whew, man, having some issues. At least it's not just me. Yeah, I mean, listen, if we get it, as long as we can get it working, it's fun. I mean, it is what it is. As long as I can trade today, as long as it's not messing with my internet this way, I'm okay. Like I said, 1,000 shares a trade day per trade day. Yesterday I made $125 in gross. I don't know how much in net that was. Probably about 90, 100 in net, which is very acceptable. Nice. Yeah, I made almost exactly 100. I made $95 yesterday. $95. So not bad. You know, up to 525 in profit. So I have a solid profit right now. Yeah, today. Joseph, yesterday went really well. I had two green trades, no losing trades on stream. I made 125 bucks, and yeah, today's day two with 1,000 shares. We'll see if I can actually do it. Yeah, man. We'll see. It was super nerve wracking. My heart was pumping when I did it, but I actually stuck with it. Like I said, I think I have to be pretty strict with myself with this because I know. I think I just have to be pretty strict with myself because if I don't, then I'm just never gonna do it. And so I gotta kind of force myself to take myself out of my comfort level, my comfort zone a little bit, and just kind of force myself to trade larger. And that's what I need to do. I have a solid enough cushion in this account. Like I said, I have a $525 cushion in this account now. And so yeah, I've got a decent amount of cushion, and the next step is just to scale up in size. And so today's day two, 1,000 shares of trade. We'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. Should be fun. All right, guys, we got about 7 minutes left. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if they have any updates on like what's going on. Yeah, as long as it's working, I'm okay. I appreciate it, Joseph. Yeah, man. We'll see how it goes. It should be fun, man. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. Uh, Kind of having some issues today on YouTube, but maybe not the best day for uh, us to have issues. But we'll see what happens. You know, should be fun. Got some got some solid. Uh, got a solid start to this last week, and like I said, we'll just see what we can do today. You know, our goal here, like I said, some people hate on this channel, but like our goal with this channel is just to do it all live. We stream it all live. We can't fake it if we wanted to. We just put it all out there live, and we let people see what it's actually like. You know, we let people see what it's really like day trading every single day. Not trying to be an expert or a guru. I'm really just trying to let people see what it's really like. And so we do it for free every day. We trade the open live, and you know, like I said, hopefully we can do well. If not, I have a decent enough cushion to where I shouldn't be too bad. The big thing, regardless of whether I win or lose, the goal for today is to just take the bigger sizing. You know, I know I'm probably not going to manage the trade super well, but the goal for today is just to take bigger sizing. I know I'm probably going to sell way too soon and cover way too soon, but as long as I can take that 1,000 shares and get used to it, that's the goal. Because eventually I'll get more and more used to it. It'll become easier and easier to hold it to my levels, and it'll just work a lot better. But it's going to take a little transitionary period for me to get used to trading with that larger size. And like that's what the goal is for today. And so I'm just so I just got to take it slow. See what we can do. I don't think 1,000 shares is too much. I think I think it's all relative to the range and what my risk is on that trade, right? So like if my risk is 10 cents, 15 cents, then 1,000 shares is fine. But if my risk is 30 cents, then I'm not going to take 1,000 shares. I'm going to take 500. And so that's what I'm going to try to keep it at, with like around $100 loss is what I'm going to try to keep it at, and preferably a $200 gain. But again, I know I'm not going to manage the trade the best, and so it may take a little while to get used to it. But I think considering the size of this account, I think 1,000 shares is fine. And so it's just about sticking with it and getting used to it. But the size of my account, I have a decent enough cushion already. I think I have to scale up at one point. The whole goal with building this account up, like I've made a decent enough cushion for me to take some swings, and that's kind of the goal now. Is just to take some swings. The cushion in my account is big enough to be okay. Mitch is on his way to Vegas right now, so I don't think Mitch is going to be here. Mitch is going to Vegas right now. And so Mitch should be here tomorrow, but yeah, right now I think he's on the plane. He's traveling right now. All right, guys. So main watches for today: OPGN, TOPS, COUP, MIK. We got cannabis stocks like CGC. CRON, we got AMD, we got MU, SPY, we got the Roku, ROKU looking good. A lot of volume, so we got some options for sure. I may watch CONN as well, it just depends. But we got some options today. PBR. Alright guys, so we got less than 2 minutes. All right, let's do this. Day 2, 1,000 shares of trade. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be it's not gonna be on Amazon. It's not gonna be on anything with a huge range. It's just like I said, it all depends, man. It all depends on whether it's what the stock actually is, right? It depends on what the range of the stock actually is, right? If the range is huge, of course, I'm not going to take 1,000 shares if the range is like $5, because I'm not trying to lose $1,000 in 10 seconds. But if it has a reasonable risk, like if my risk is 10 or 15 cents, I'll probably take 1,000 shares. That way, my loss is $150. Preferably, I can make 300 plus if I win, lose 150 if I lose, and I think that's what I'm kind of shooting for. Buy Apple. Do it now. Do it now. Buy Apple. All right, guys, we got 30 seconds. Yeah, I know the stream may not be working for me today. YouTube's having some issues today. It's not my end. It is not me. It's just the overall state of YouTube right now. So, all right, guys, good luck. Good luck. Here's the open. Here we go. 10 seconds. Let's do this. All right, guys. Like I said, 1,000 shares. Let's do this. I'm going to start my recorder since we're having some issues so I can upload this. All right, guys, there's the bell. There's the bell. OPGN getting a little bit of a spike right now. OPGN spiking up some. AMD spiking up some. We got the overall SPY. Let's take a look. Not really moving much. MU up. MIK up. Michael's up. Big drop. Big wash back down on OPGN. Huge range on this one so far, though. Back down to 10. Here we go. CGC dropping some. We got MIK, which is actually tradable. MU. Cron. We got the SPY. All right, guys. Let's do this. I don't know why it says the test drive. Having some issues. All right, well, OPGN is a little bit choppy right now. A little bit choppy. All right, big drop in OPGN. OPGN is dropping down some. We'll see what we get with this one now. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to... There we go. All right, big drop in OPGN. Big drop in CGC as well here. Big drop in CGC. I may look for a fade on CGC or Cron. Maybe look for a fade in CGC or possibly Cron here. AMU spike it up some. AMD hasn't really moved much. SPY is a little bit choppy right now. It's testing the high, or it's testing the lows right now. So we'll see what happens with this one. CLSD popping up on the scanners and SB, CLSD and SB. CLSD spiking up to 77. If you like penny stocks, CLSD. MIK is reversing here. Same thing with Coop. AMD testing the lows. So I might look for some fades with some of these cannabis stocks specifically. Like Cron, CGC maybe. Maybe look to enter here because I can use a risk level up here. Very tight risk for Cron. Don't mind that one. CGC is looking a little bit better here though. It's right up to the VWAP right now. It's just about where's my risk. I'd have to use 10 as my risk, which isn't really that bad. It's about a 40-cent risk. They're about a 4-cent risk, which isn't bad, but it's squeezing up there now. So we'll see. We'll wait. Yeah, would have just stopped me out. Maybe a red to green move here for CGC. Let's see what else we got today, guys. We got... AMD. AMD's up there. OPGN completely reversed here, guys. Look at this move on OPGN. Nice little red to green move on OPGN here. Spiking up, testing these highs up here. Big interesting level is this 75 level and then the whole dollar of 12. For OPGN to see if it breaks 75, holds it as support, test the whole dollar of 12. That might be interesting here as well. Gonna be patient here, wait for some good setups. Looking at CRON. CRON looks solid. OPGN up to 1150s. Like I said, it got rejected right around that 75 level. It got rejected at 70. So I told you that's the big level to watch for OPGN. See if it gets rejected there or if it holds. I'm looking at Cron here. Cron looks like a solid risk of like 35 if it gets up to 29. So I'll probably take Cron if it can get up there for a VWAP fade. But try to be patient here. Also, you got to see the SPY is actually pushing up here, trying to break over the VWAP. So the SPY's up. These cannabis stocks are a little bit less affected by the overall market, though, so that is something to consider. So I don't mind. I really don't mind Cron here, especially like you're gonna have the previous day's close as resistance above it, and I like that area as well. The only problem is like CGC is squeezing up pretty big here, so CGC is up to 32. And I don't really necessarily want to trade against the trend. The spread would also have to even out a little bit. The bid's at 24, and so, I mean, up here would have been okay, but the volume's just a little low. So unless we can get this thing up to 28, I'm not going to take Cron. Just going to wait for that one. I'll be right back, guys. Give me like a minute. I'll be right back. Well, why is it forcing out all these Nightbot posts too? Man, weird. I'll be right back, guys. All right, looks like I missed Kron, but I don't think it would have actually gotten up to the VWAP like I wanted it to. Nice work, Joseph. Nice work, brother. We should have some decent options, though. I mean, I'm seeing most stuff actually push up. The cannabis sector has completely reversed, and so that's actually pulled all the way back down here. Let's look at PBYI. I know that one is looking pretty weak here. PBYI. If that one can pull back to the VWAP, I'll consider that one. We also have MIK, which is testing the lows here. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was running across my house. I had to grab something. All right, but yeah, MIK is starting to break lows here. Like I said, in small cap land, we got OPGN, which is actually super volatile. Pulled all the way back to the VWAP. TOPS looked weak as well. TOPS. I might consider CGC if it can pull back to that 2508 level. That 2508 level I'll consider. Is the stream working for everyone now? Let me know if the stream's working for you now. It should be. SPY's completely pulling back. Gonna look at CGC, cannabis plays, see if we can get a solid pullback in some of these. Or a solid bounce back to the VWAP. Overall, though, the overall market itself is back up to the VWAP now. The overall market itself is back up to the VWAP. Let me know if the stream's working for you now. I know there goes the market. So SPY's pushing up here. It's up to 293. I'll look for some fake out fades if we can get them. But the overall market is up. You can see this. Waiting on Kron, CGC, maybe. I could use a pretty tight risk for Kron, so I won't mind that one if it pulls back to the VWAP. CGC is a little bit different. CGC is more of a pure reversal. But so far, we got a downward trend overall, but it's still very choppy with the overall market. We're only 10 minutes in, though. We got lots of time. I'm going to try to be patient. If it's not working, try using your phone. Alright, so right now in the market, Tops is pulling back to the VWAP. If I could short it, I might consider that one. Tops, TOPS, pulling back to the VWAP. SPY looks like it's reversing and about to start heading up here. So the SPY does look like it might start to push up. Still gonna wait. Not seeing anything that looks like an A+ setup at this point. MIK is just one of the choppiest stocks I've seen in a while. MIK. SPY's testing the highs of the range. So I'm just gonna wait though. Looking at COUP maybe for a VWAP bounce, maybe AMD or MU for a VWAP bounce, but on the downside, looking at the cannabis sector, cannabis sector's down. Alright. Yeah, there goes Tops. Tops actually did fade there. What about AMRN? I forgot about AMRN too. Not much action. Kind of glad I missed that one because it looked like a fade at the open. Look at the SPY reverse here, guys. Big drop in the SPY. And then a quick bounce back. So the SPY pushed all the way down, broke lows, and then immediately bounced all the way back here. Look at this. Something came out. Oh, yeah, somebody did say some type of news was going to come out right now, didn't they? Let me check. Let's check the chat. I'm not sure what happened, but SPY acting very interesting here. If you know the catalyst for this, let me know. I'm not seeing anything so far. But SPY acting very choppy, so just be careful. I'm going to try to wait and be patient with this, but... Did he really? I can't tell if it's a joke anymore. Let's look. He did. All right, so Trump just put out a few recent tweets. He says, quote, the Chinese are very adept at not accepting anything. You've got to be very tough, and that's what Trump is doing. It's in China's interest. He's quoting somebody about himself. I don't know. I guess bullish sentiment is what people are getting from that, but who knows? He did just tweet, though, so it seems like a bullish tweet. I don't know. Let me see. He's basically quoting somebody that said basically the trade war with China is a good thing and that will basically end up in a better situation than we had previously is basically what his recent tweet said. And like I said, he's not saying that. He's quoting Sam Zell. Sam Zell is who he's quoting. And so we'll see what happens. Patiently waiting here. Not going to force anything. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what we get. Yeah, AMD's looking really strong. Broke pre-market highs at 31.75. I think 31.75 is a really interesting level for AMD to see if it holds that as support. Is what I'm kind of watching for AMD here. I've also been watching COUP. COUP for a VWAP bounce looks interesting, but there's no way I'm going to take 1,000 shares. That's how I lose my entire account in one trade. And so I'm more so watching like MU, CGC, and Cron to see if we get some pullbacks. But the market is just super choppy. Like, look how choppy this is. That it looks like a backwards triangle. That's how choppy the market is. Look at that. That's how choppy the market is right now. So, interesting. We'll be patient and wait. Looking at MU and maybe AMD, see if we get a nice bounce play for those. Just like kind of like the same one I took yesterday. But yeah, for now I'm just seeing chop. I'm not really seeing anything I really like. I'm going to look at the lows here. HIIQ maybe. No volume. Low. Maybe look at Lowe's and Home Depot is another one I'm kind of considering here. Hey, appreciate the sub, David. Welcome, brother. And John, appreciate all the subscribes today. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button right now. We day trade live on stream and day trade the open every single weekday morning to where we can't fake everything. We stream live every single day. You guys can follow my account balance, see what I'm doing, see the trades I'm taking. And if you appreciate that free content that we put out there, click the subscribe button and click the notification button as well. It's going to notify you every time we go live, which again is every single weekday. So we hope you'll help support us and, appreciate what we're doing here. Looking at HD, Home Depot maybe, Lowe's, AMD, Cron maybe. Alright, so here's the range on the SPY right now. Just to get rid of this, it's mostly choppy right now, neutral trend, not really picking a direction. And so we'll see what happens with it, but not looking super interesting to be honest right now. Gonna wait for some shorts on maybe cannabis plays is what I'm watching. Cannabis stocks is what I'm potentially looking at shorting here. Maybe. And so we'll see. Seems like the stream might be working a little bit better right now. So let me know if the stream's looking better for you. Yeah, PBYI is just getting hammered. Broke under the previous day's closing price. And so PBYI is getting hammered. SPY's dropping too, so maybe that'll give us some more short plays now. Man, and why is that double posting all of my notifications here? Weird. I think it's trying to compensate for the issues they were having this morning, but man, it's double posting all of my notifications. Alright, guys. So, still nothing yet. What I'm specifically doing, like, look at Tops, shipping stock, TOPS, getting some volume if you like those penny plays. And then the same sector, GLBS, another shipping stock, spiking up off of sympathy, I'm assuming. What I'm really looking at right now, though, guys, is I'm looking at CRON for a potential fade here. CRON. If it can get up to 19 or 20, I'll short into it with 1,000 shares with a risk of like 26. Not too bad. And so my risk is about 6 or 7 cents, and my reward is like 15 cents. So solid risk reward if Cron can get up there. CGC is a little bit worse for me in my opinion. I don't like it as much. Appreciate the sub, King. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscribe, bro. Yeah, like I said, hit that subscribe button, guys. Show your support for what we're doing here. We do this live every single day. Every weekday we day trade on stream at the open, so you guys can watch us. Today we're having some technical difficulties, but all right, SPY's at the bottom of the range. It's down to 292, roughly 293, 292.90. So we're gonna watch that. MU did bounce off the VWAP. COUP might do the same here. The only issue with COUP is the extent of the gap up, just a big gap up. I don't know if I want to short, or I don't know if I want to long, a big extended gap up like that, but we'll see. Lowe's and Home Depot just getting hammered here too. Trying to be patient here, wait and see if we can get some pullbacks to the VWAP. That's my plan right now. Gonna wait for some pullbacks to the VWAP. CRWD for a fade. Let me look. Oh yeah, CRWD does look good. I mean, the range is huge for me specifically, and but it looks like a good fade. I mean, I think the risk level up here at 85 or so, maybe if you wanted to, you could probably use 85.17. Not an investment professional though, not liable for any losses you take. You always got to make your own assessment of the market, trade responsibly. Always want to preface any type of mention about risks and other stocks. All right, looking at Cron. Like I said, if Cron can get up here, I'll consider it for sure. But it's got to get up there. AMD looking pretty bullish too. All right, we're up to 14s. I'm also kind of looking at CGC. Like I said, if I do take CGC, it's not going to be 1,000 shares. It's going to be like 500, because I'm trying to keep the my risk at about 150 bucks per trade. I'd prefer Cron though, because then I can get in with the full 1,000. But gonna try to be patient here. It's almost up to 15. There's 15s. Like I said, we need 18 or so before I actually jump in it. Cron dropping too soon. It is what it is. Same thing with CGC. Maybe not going to get it, but we'll wait. Try to be patient. We'll find something. CMG fade, KO. Yeah, KO just ripping Coca-Cola. That one's ripping up. All right, well, being patient here and waiting. Not seeing anything I really like right now. Maybe some potential bounce plays if AMD can pull all the way back there. But waiting and just not getting much here. We'll see what else we can find. I mean, it's still early, very early in the day. What happened to Michaels? I could start to consider scalping some stuff, and so I could start maybe scalping some stocks here. CGC ended up breaking down, so never just got to my entry. Spies at the lows. MU looking really strong. RVLV. Let me see. AMD moved down there too. I was really starting to think about longing AMD for a VWAP bounce play. Much better range than yesterday. Much less choppy. But was thinking of it down at 60 because then I could use a risk of like 55, 54, and only risk like a few bucks. So I might still consider this. Let me get rid of this thing. Like a risk of here, entry of here, so only risking about 60, 70 bucks. I could do that with 1,000 shares. Don't know if it's going to give it to me though, unfortunately. Kron and CGC faded before its time. Let's see what the SPY's doing. Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for AMD to get back down here. It's got to get back down here. It dropped down here for a split second, but it never actually held. And so that's what I'm waiting for AMD to do. And aside from that, I'm just patiently waiting. I'm just not seeing much I like at this point in the day. Even with the Trump tweet, the market's pretty dull. Roku has had a few nice fades today. Just don't know if I'm ever going to get this. Waiting, but it's up to 68. The more it pushes up right now, the less I like it. Roku, big bounce on Roku. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the right way to do it, Joseph. Scalping bounce plays seems like it's more viable strategy right now. I'm just not seeing anything that I really like, and especially if I'm gonna trade big today, I gotta find good setups. I'm not just gonna trade just to give the people on YouTube something to watch. I gotta be patient today for sure. There's the bounce on AMD. I could have jumped in, but never got to my level. Risk reward wasn't there for me, at least. Kind of looking at Michael's, but there's the bounce. I mean, it was a nice bounce, regardless of whether I took it or not. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go get myself some more coffee. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. Anything yet, guys? I mean, it was such a voluminous morning too, and we had some penny stock movers, but right now, I mean, for me, nothing's really looking that hot. AMD maybe if we can get down there, maybe, but after it got rejected there, I'm just not liking AMD as much. Especially with the pre-market high above it like it is. Kind of looking at MIK. MIK is not that bad. Whoa, why is all of this popping up at once? Do you guys see this, man? I don't know what's going on with this, guys. Sorry. Like, sorry, it's just kind of, like, I don't know what's going on. I think it's catching up because it missed some, but man, sorry about this. Nightbot's going crazy, man. But sometimes trading is all about patience. And like I said, I know I had somebody here the other day that was like, oh, all you're doing is commentating. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not just going to force trades just to make everybody happy. And I think that's what new traders don't understand, is that sometimes you just got to take it slow. And I gotta let some solid setups come to me. I'm not gonna force anything. The big thing here is that none of them are at the bottom of the range where I think I could reasonably profit from. You know what I mean? Like, none of them are actually there. I'm not gonna buy a stock in the middle of the range because that's the most risky part. You know, I'm looking for. Usually, I'm either looking for bottoms of the range for me to long the stock, or I'm looking for top of the range for me to short the stock. And then, so that's essentially what I'm doing. And if I don't see that, I'm not going to force it. Maybe AMD for some scalp plays would have been interesting, but for now, I'm just not seeing anything that looks super hot, unfortunately. Yeah, Nightbot's out here. Nightbot's out here saying, look at me, you know. Which is weird. And there's a nice bounce. But right now I'm waiting. I'm just going to be patient. But yeah, I mean, a lot of traders get the wrong thing, and I get it. Like, you get ready for the trading day, you want to trade, you get super ready. Okay, thank you. You get super ready for the trading day, you know, you get ready to trade, and then you just don't see anything you like, and so you kind of morph patterns to fit you so you can actually trade. You kind of force trades and you know, force yourself to get into subpar setups, and that's just not what I'm trying to do today. I'm scaling up in size, and so I think with this, I have to be pretty selective with my sizing. And with that, I'm not trying to go crazy with anything here. Snapchat looks interesting. Snapchat I've never had good results with, though. Let's see. MU looking really solid. I think the biggest one I'm looking at now is, like, I really don't mind LK here. Or no, MIK. Like, I really don't mind MIK here. Like, if I can get in around 70 and risk, like, 85, I'll take it. You know, I don't mind that risk. A lot of resistance above. Solid resistance, so I don't mind that. Gap up here, so I could get some short plays too, but I don't know if we're actually going to get that or not, it seems. ENPH maybe for a bounce. ENPH. Just the spread is a little rough for this one. I do like the risk though. It's about a 17-cent risk for ENPH. Hey, James. Nice work, brother. $320, bro. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Killer trade, brother. Nice job, man. And remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. You know, we day trade live on stream every single weekday morning. You know, we try to just show people what it's really like. I've grown this account all live. It's up to $524 in profit. I've grown all of that live. And so if you want to see us day trade live every day, hit that subscribe button. If you click the bell, it's going to alert you when we do go live. So it turns on notifications if you click the bell next to the subscribe button. So we'll hope you join us again. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and we definitely appreciate any support we can get. Hey, welcome, Davis. Appreciate the subscribe, man. Welcome, Davis. Appreciate you joining us, brother. Welcome to the team, Davis. All right, guys. Kind of looking at ENPH for a rejection. If I do take this one, it's going to be a very tight risk of like 63, maybe 65 here for a super quick scalp for ENPH. Right about there. Let me clear this. I think it's got some resistance here, but I could probably use this level here, 65 or so. Might be a little bit better. Right now, I'm just waiting for good setups, guys. Not seeing anything I love. CGC, Cannabis Place were a little disappointing with how they acted today. So just waiting. Still looking at MIK if it can work its way back up there. Cannabis Place just never quite faded off the VWAP like I wanted them to. ENPH didn't bounce either, so it's just not looking like a good day for fades for me. My wife made me some coffee, though, so I'll be right back. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the coffee. Look at that drop on ENPH. I missed it. I called it out. I just never got the bounce to get my entry like I wanted it to. Today's just one of those days where I'm not seeing much I really, really like. I'll be right back, guys. All right, maybe I'll consider ENPH if it gets back up there. Maybe. AMD's getting rejected here. All right, bro. Later, brother. Hey, man. Green is good, though, James. Green is good, brother. You know. SPY must have dropped, I'm assuming, right? Yep. There goes the SPY. But yeah, the big thing is like nothing ever pulled back to the VWAP like I really wanted it to. Teva is actually looking interesting. TEVA here. Looking at ENPH and Teva now. GE had a really nice VWAP bounce there. Maybe a little trade on TEVA just to get my feet wet today. Wanted the entry up here at 97. I'll wait for it. We can get a bounce up to 97, 98. I'll take Teva for a fake out fade. Don't know if we're actually going to get it though. I don't know why it's posting that. Hey, you guys go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff. I don't know why it's double posting them. But there's a reason all the top traders use Trade Ideas. Is because they're the best scanners in the game by far. I can find out really what's moving in the market very, very quickly to make educated decisions on what's actually moving with Trade Ideas. And so there's the link in the chat above if you want to check them out. Hey, nice, Joseph. Hey, killing it today, man. Killing it today, brother. Was waiting on Teva there, but never got it. Unfortunately, just dropped. This is kind of the name of the. This is kind of the story of the day today, which is just either I'm missing it slightly or it's just not pulling back to the VWAP to give me my entry. Unfortunately, and that's okay. You know, just learning some patience today. Still early though. Only 10:15 market time. Yeah, I see everybody's doing really well. So hey, if I can't do well, at least you guys are doing well. So happy for you guys, man. Nice work today, James, Joseph. Nice work, brother. Nice work, bro. Yeah, man. Killing it today, bro. Nice job, man. Happy for you, brother. All right. Michael's spiking up here. If he can get up another 15 cents, I'll probably take it. Snap is getting up there too, so I might consider that. But Michael's getting close here. I could use this level as my risk, like 77 here. Maybe let it test that if it can get up there. But it's got to get up to 77. Or it's got to get up to 70 to take that, to have a solid risk. Also looking at Tiva here with a very tight risk on that one. Doesn't look like I might get it, though. Yeah, it's one of those days where I'm just not finding too much I really like. I could take small shear size, but that's not the goal. I just want to get into the habit of using large shear size or nothing. I don't want to get into the habit of allowing myself to take small size. So far, nothing today, guys. It's just nothing really set up for my patterns here. Like I said, if MIK, I've been kind of calling out my plan with a lot of these. If MIK can get up to 70, I'll take it. Short. Let's see. If Kron or CGC can get up there, if Tiva can get up to 97 or 98, I'll check that one too. There's 58s. Alright, well if this one get up to 69 or 68, I'll take it, but it's just in this range. I don't know if it's actually gonna break that, unfortunately. Gonna watch it though, see what we get. Yeah, kind of a dull day, believe it or not. The morning looked so good too. Pre-market looked so solid, and nothing so far, guys. Weird. There's 55, 56. I mean, like I said, if we get up to 69, I'll take it, but we got to get up there. Same thing with Tiva. If we can get up to 97, I'll take that too. I could look at a scalp on AMD here. I mean, AMD's building up some resistance, and there goes Tiva possibly getting up there. Got up to 96. There's 60s. $63s. I'm going to go ahead and scale into this one, guys. Alright, I'm in with 500 shares of MIK. Trying to scale into it. I want to take 1,000, but it's just not at my level. My entry here, guys, is this. So it's up here. Like, this is where I really want to get into it. And so I don't want to take small share size, but I think maybe I'm letting impatience get to me a little bit here. Gonna add another 500 though. If we get up to 67 or so, I'll add 500 to it. Maybe letting a little bit of impatience get to me with this one, but gonna add my other 500. All right, so I'm in with 1,000 now on MIK. I'm in with 1,000. Entry is around 65, I believe. 65. There's 60, 59s. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Just kind of scalp this one, guys. Took half off there, only holding 500 now. And I know I'm going to be selling these way too soon, but I'm just trying to take something here. Maybe I can add back if it gets up to 69 or so. Was really thinking about adding back up to it, but we're going to give it some time. AMD rejected really nicely there too. Alright, so I did get in with 1,000 shares for a split second. I do like it. I mean, we got a lot of resistance above it, so I do like it. You know, ideal situation here is if it can get down to like 50. 50 I'd be happy with for sure. Tiva was the other one. I don't think I can necessarily manage holding 2 trades at once with this bigger sizing. All right, looks like we're getting a bounce up here. I don't know why it's double posting like this. All right, there's 60s. Like I said, ideal situation is 50 and really 40s would be great. All right, I took another half off there. I took another 250 shares off, and I'm just going to let the rest work down to 650, see if we can get out there. Well, it's not going to be a losing trade, which is good. Kind of look for some other stuff now. I just don't want to see it pull a dip by here and a bounce. That's not what I want to see. But luckily, I've taken profits at the right spot to where I'm only holding 250 shares left, and I can really just kind of let this work and see if we can make a larger gain from it. Hey, nice work, James. Good trading today, brother. Hey, man. Appreciate it, James. Hey, appreciate the support, brother. Appreciate having you here, man. I could add back to this one and then hold the rest, maybe break even, is what I'm considering. I could add like another 250 to this one and then hold the rest break even. But I did take 1,000 shares at one point. I did hold 1,000 shares. I sold very, very quickly and scalped the first 500, which was kind of to be expected here. Hopefully we get a rejection right here at this 60 level, and then we get to move back down to 50s or 40s. But again, I mean, I've already scaled out of this one enough to where I'm not really super concerned with this one either way. It's not going to be a losing trade for sure. Unless I add to it, it's not going to be a losing trade, that is. And so I'm just going to let this work, see if we can get a move back down to like 40 is the ideal target, like down here. So you guys can see all the support 40 has right here. That's all I'm looking for is just 40. See if we get that move. Yeah, we get that move down to 40, I'll be happy. But 50, I might take it off here too. 49s. I'm going to go ahead and get out. So $85 gain. Got out way too soon. I know myself, but I'll take it. $85 gain. Not too shabby on day 2 of 1,000 shares. Tiva's right up there too, so I might take Tiva here too. But I waited for the big thing you got to realize, guys, is that I waited for my setup. I waited for my strategy. There's the drop. Yeah, I knew I'm gonna trade these way more emotional than I should, but I'm just happy I got a gain. But look at this beautiful drop, man. Wish I would have held on to that for sure. Could have been a $400 gain, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I waited for my setup. That was my setup. I was waiting for this move back to the VWAP, and we finally got one. And it worked out really well. Of course, I'm upset I missed this drop, but hey, when I'm scaling up in size, I'm going to be way more emotional than I usually am. And so the fact that I can get out with a green trade, is acceptable for me. But first green trade in the books. Next one I'm looking at is Tiva here. Tiva. Was looking at shorting it right here. I appreciate it. Hey, man, I'm just happy it was a green trade. I think I'm a lot less emotional than I was yesterday, though, for sure. Yesterday, my heart was do. Today, I'm actually okay. I think I'm getting more and more used to it as time goes on. So that's all. That's the only thing I really want to do is just get more and more used to it. It's a process. You know what I mean? It's a process for sure. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know I sold like here's the thing though. So like if you look at MIK, right, the whole point of this strategy is to do exactly this, right? Remember where I said I wanted to take profits right at 640, right? Look where it's at now. It's right at 640. And there's a reason I wanted to take profits there is because it had a lot of confirmation and support there previously. And unfortunately, like I said, with the bigger sizing that I'm taking, it's just way more emotional for me. And so even if it's not in my best interest, a lot of the time I'll just sell way too soon. And that's okay. Like I can't be greedy here and say, oh well, I could have made a lot more because then I'm just beating myself up over wins. And like that's okay, I guess. But at a certain point, it's like, look, I'm just happy I took the 1,000 shares. I know I sold that first 500 cover very very quickly, and that's okay. But I took the 1,000 shares. I almost made $100. I made $85 from one trade. Definitely happy with it, and yeah, green is good. So far, since I've scaled up in sizing, I haven't had a losing trade. So that's the best I can ask for. Can't be greedy here. If you combine yesterday and today, I made over $200, and so yeah, I mean I'm happy with it for sure. It's just a slow day, and you know, like I said, I didn't take anything all morning. I waited for my setups. I waited for my good setups, and when I finally got one that looked reasonable to take, I took it, got out really quick, and now I'm up. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to wait for good setups, see if I can find something that looks good. And that's it. That's all I can do. Yeah, I'm looking at Tiva, right? Like that's exactly what I see, Young. So like the previous day's closing price. If anybody's ever seen our class on gaps in trading, and I know you were talking about this the other day, Young, but if anybody's ever seen our class in gaps in trading, there's a few levels that are super important, and one of them is the previous day's closing price, because it's just a huge resistance and support level. And so if you haven't seen, I'll post that class because it's a super important class. And one of the main topics in that class is the previous day's closing price. I published it a few months ago. But really solid class on understanding how I specifically trade gaps. Let me find it. But yeah, I'll post it if anybody wants it. Let me see. It's called Understanding Gaps in Trading was what the class is called. Here's the link if anybody wants to check it out. There's the link. Hey, appreciate it, Kat. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Like I said, just trying to be patient. 1,000 shares day two worked, and we'll see how long it can go. Like I said, I know I'm consistent enough as a trader to make a good amount of money day trading, right? And that's why it's kind of been eating at me. Like, look, if I update my stats here, like, look, let me update my stats. So just to show you guys, like, I'm not, like, everything I do here is, like, real. So, like, look. If we look at my trades view from Trader View here, right, the last time I uploaded was on the 29th, right? And so we can go ahead and upload those trades. Select my account, filter, export, John last view. I'll just name it John last view. And then look, if I import it here, like, look, this is my graph. You know what I mean? Like, this is my graph, and this doesn't include today. And so, very solid graph, definitely acceptable, acceptable, and it's definitely a good enough graph to actually profit from in the market. And so that's my next step. I got to scale up sometime, and I can't let my fear of taking bigger size really kind of scare me away from taking the big size. I know. Because at this point, it's like, I know I'm a solid enough trader. I know I'm consistent enough to make a solid amount of money trading. Like, I know I am. I can see my stats. I can see my graph, right? But the biggest thing holding me back was small size. And so that's the thing I need to do. I just need to focus on taking that big size. So that's the goal here, is just to keep growing, doing it all live so you guys can see. Yeah, Scott. Alright, well, next step is just to wait here. That was kind of the one setup that I really liked today on MIK. And so the next thing to do is just kind of wait and see what else we can find. I don't mind hanging the day up with an $85 win. It would be no losing days so far, no losing trades so far this week. And I streamed it all live. You know what I mean? I streamed it all live, and that's something I'm proud of. So we'll see. I'm trying to be especially selective, considering I'm scaling up in size, but not a bad day so far. We'll see what we could do. Like I said, I think my nerves have gotten a little bit better today as opposed to yesterday. I think yesterday my nerves were pretty serious, and I think today my nerves are much, much better with the larger sizing, and I think it'll just take a little bit of time. But we'll see what we get. I don't really see anything else I really like right now. Aside from these, nothing really has moved like I wanted them to. OPGN sideways. I know the shipping stocks like Tops and GLBS were moving earlier. GLBS looks boring, but Tops is okay. I mean, if Tops can break highs, it might get interesting. Cannabis stocks like CGC, I mean, if they pull back to the VWAP, they might work well. But right now, VWAP rejections seem to be working the best, except for MIK. That was a nice fade. And I got these gnats, man, that have taken over my house. What do you think of the lithium and electronic vehicle sector? I mean, the only electronic vehicle stocks I really know are NIO, and that one looks to be failing, honestly, and Tesla. Those are the only, and then they had like BLNK for like a charging station company. But NIO has just gotten lower and lower. The long-term chart looks really weak. And Tesla, same thing, kind of looks really weak. And so we'll see, a tough industry to go against, being the oil industry. So we'll see what happens, MRNS, Scott, let me see. Yeah, today was honestly a much more stressful day, so it's surprising. Yeah, MRNS, if you like penny stocks, MRNS is pushing up here. Really nice VWAP bounce. And so here's the thing, guys. Even if you don't like trading like me, there are some penny stock strategies that are especially profitable, right? And one of those strategies is the VWAP bounce. And if you go look at our free day trading class playlist, we have a bunch of free courses. One of those hour-long classes is on the VWAP bounce, and it's especially profitable. And basically what it is you're looking for a stock to push up above the VWAP, and then you're looking for it to pull back down to the VWAP area. So like you can see, sometimes these penny stocks will do this a lot. You'll see a move up, a pull back down to the VWAP, and that's where you enter short. You enter your short position right here, and then you typically set your reward target as the previous high of the day up here. And so you can set yourself a tight risk as well, maybe 49, 48 here, 47. And so your risk is small, your reward target is big, and you can take advantage of some of these big moving penny stocks. And this happens a lot. The big thing here is just a tight risk with a big reward, and you can take advantage of some of these moves. Remember, though, you're supposed to take profits at the previous high of the day. Of course, you can let it test to see if it's going to break and, break the previous high of the day and break out. But I typically like to just play it off of the range and take profits at the previous high of the day. That's kind of how I like to do it. But it is what it is. If you want to see me trade a VWAP bounce, watch the stream yesterday. I think the first trade I got into was a VWAP bounce. Maybe the second. But yesterday's stream, I traded a VWAP bounce. But yeah, MRNS looks good. We'll see what else we can find today. Like I said, I'm not seeing anything I really, really like. John, to be honest, your nerfs today were unnoticeable before they were clear. A lot better. Yeah, man, appreciate it, bro. Like I said, I think I've gotten used to it to a certain extent. I also think that I sold that first 500 lot a lot sooner. And so 500 shares after I've taken profits, it's really easy when a stock goes in my direction immediately like that. Like I got in at 60 and then I added to it and only held that 1,000 shares from like 66 or 67 down to like 60. So I sold that first 500 shares really, really quickly. And this was one of those trades that we talk about. With VWAP fades, a lot of the time you're going to be immediately green. You're going to get instantly green and you can take profits. And that helps a lot with emotions. Whenever you can immediately take profits and cover some, and so it's not going to be a big loss because you've already banked a lot of profit already, those are the easiest trades. And so then you can kind of let the rest work. And of course, I didn't do that with the last 500 shares. I sold way too quickly, especially relative to the hindsight chart here. But, it is what it is. Green trade, almost $100. I'll take it. EA? Yeah, I like EA. I've traded EA a bunch. Ooh, that was a pretty one, man. Look at that one. Look at that VWAP bounce. Yeah, if you want to see what a VWAP bounce is, this is it. Move up, pull back down to the VWAP, just bounce right off of it. Really nice move. What's up, KC? What's up, man? Yeah, OPGN spiking up here, getting some volume. OPGN testing the high of the day. And I think the big level here that we really should watch is the pre-market high. So right around the whole dollar of 12. That's where you want to see it hold support, as right around the whole dollar of 12. Because in my opinion, the two biggest levels in gapping stocks is the pre-market high and the previous day's closing price. Those are the levels where you'll see a lot of gap fills. And remember, I said the whole dollar of 12 right here. And so this level right here, we're going to look to see if it holds support there for OPGN right here. And that's kind of the natural progression of a stock, is to break a previous high, pull back down, hold it as support, and then see if it bounces back up. So that's what we're going to look at. And look at exactly the number I said. I said the whole dollar of 12. It came right back down to 12.01. And then we'll see if it holds. But thoughts on Lyft? I see there's a break under the pre-market high. We'll see what happens here for OPGN. Lyft just looks like it's in a downward trend. It's below the VWAP. It's noticeably below the VWAP. And so, I mean, I'm not going to trade it. One thing I do find interesting about Lyft is that the previous day's closing price is right around where the VWAP is, right? And that might give you some added resistance. So this is kind of one of those ones where I'd prefer to get in maybe a little bit before it reaches the VWAP, just in case it gets rejected right around that previous day's close, if that makes sense, for LYFT. And it works. That's going to work super well. Same thing that I said the other day with the pre-market high and the VWAP being right around the same area. I think the previous day's close being right around there might make it interesting. Plus, you got the $0.50 above it. You got here. Let me pull up the chart just so you guys can see it. Plus, you got the $0.50 right there. You got that previous low here as well. And so you got a lot of resistance above it too. So I like it if it can pull back and give you a good enough entry for solid risk and reward. I don't mind it. I don't mind Snap here either. And the big thing with Lyft is just to see if it's actually ever going to pull back, which you never know. I mean, it could just keep washing here. So yeah, so OPGN pulling back down to 1160 or so. Just choppy right now. It's got a huge range and it had a really nice spike, but if you zoom out a little bit, it looks choppy. Especially like if you clear everything and you kind of get rid of all the noise here. You got this range essentially right here. Like this range is where it's really been moving. And so I think until you get a solid move out, shorting it around the top of that range and then or longing it at the bottom is interesting. And then if it just breaks out of the range, you just get out of the position. But that's the range it's moving in right now. And it may find some support here where you could see like 1150. Maybe it finds some support there. But right now, a little choppy for me. I mean, and the volume looks good, really good volume, but longer term, it's just choppy to me. So until it can hold over this $12 level, I just don't really want to trade it. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. You know, I do this live every single weekday morning. And so if you want to watch this day trade live, so far since I've scaled up, I haven't had a losing trade since I scaled up. So it's been going fairly well. I don't want to jinx myself. I'm sure I'll probably have at least a few losing trades by the end of this week, and those are going to be no fun. But if you want to watch and see what it's really like to day trade the market every day, hit the subscribe button. If you click the bell, it's going to notify you every time we go live. And Mitch and I day trade live every single weekday morning on stream at the open, so we can't fake anything. You can see what it's really like. And so hit the subscribe button, click the bell, show your support. We appreciate all the new subs that we got today. MASC, Davis, King, David. Appreciate all the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. Like I said, we'll hope you'll join us tomorrow. Been a fun day so far. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the right way to do it, Young. It's just to use... it's what we talked about yesterday, right? Which is the way you curb your emotions is just to give yourself a solid plan before you actually enter the trade. You're going to be the most objective before you trade, before you're in the trade, right? You're going to be the most biased after you're in the position because you're going to try to kind of morph it to fit what you want to actually happen instead of what is actually... what the chart is actually showing you. And so the best way to curb your emotions is just to give yourself a solid plan before you enter the trade, right? That way, you know where you're going to get in, you know where your risk is, you know where your reward is, you know where your entry is, and you can just kind of follow it like an instruction book, right? It's way less emotional doing it that way to where instead, if you just kind of jump in because it looks good, you know, a lot of times your emotions are going to be all over the place because you don't have that plan to follow. And so plans are super important. It's one of the most underappreciated aspects of successful trading is giving yourself a solid plan before you get into the trade. And when I say solid plan, I specifically mean risk and reward, right? You need to calculate your risk and reward, understand where you're going to get in, out, take profits, and so on before you get into that trade. That way you know where your levels are, you know where the risk is, you know where the reward is, you know where the big support and resistance levels are, and that way you can just kind of follow those instead of guessing or being really biased and kind of morphing those levels to fit what you want to happen instead of what is actually happening, if that makes sense. So yeah, OPGN. To be honest, David, I've never heard of the parabolic SAR indicator. Like I said yesterday, I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to indicators. I don't like to use a ton of indicators. I don't find them necessary. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to actually work for you, but I just don't use many of them. I use support and resistance lines, VWAP, price action, and that's it. Just because I think it can kind of give you a little bit more noise than a little bit more noise in the market than you really need. And so, I just try to keep my mind as clear as possible. And the more indicators, the more gadgets that are going on in my chart, the less I can really focus on what the chart's telling me. So I just try to, like I said, I'm kind of a minimalist. I use the VWAP mostly. HQY is right at the VWAP. Huge range though. No way I'm going to take 100 shares or 1,000 shares at this one. Big range. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, the biggest thing is like, where's your risk, right? And this one, if I was going to trade it, my risk would be like right here. Even still, it's not 2-to-1 necessarily. Maybe you could do this level to give yourself a little bit better risk reward, like maybe like right here at the whole dollar. Then your risk is what, $1.15. And so if your risk is $1.15, your reward, we'll just say 52 or 53 down to 51. I mean, I guess it's at least 2-to-1. Yeah, it's 2-to-1 or better. And so that's not bad risk reward. Like your risk would be here. And then your reward would be here. It's close. It's about 2-to-1, maybe. Maybe a little bit less, actually, but not bad. A lot of people talking about MRNS. I mean, at this point, MRNS is just at the top of the range. It's really far away from the VWAP, so it's really bullish right now, but I think it may be a little extended on the upside. If I was going to enter it, I'd probably wait. Like I said, though, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable for any losses you take in the market. You always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly. Now, with that said, if I was going to get in MRNS, I'd probably wait for a pullback to the VWAP here, and then use this previous bounce as my risk. So, like right here is my risk. That way I got a tight risk, big reward. Try to take profits somewhere on one of these levels. Maybe this, or this, somewhere around there is what I would try to do. But again, I mean, it's already bounced once. Typically, the more it bounces, the less likelihood it's going to continue to bounce. And so, it is what it is. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, I've got three huge monitors. You can see me panning from back to forth. I've got 27-inch, 27-inch, 34 ultra wide as my main monitor. You guys might be able to see it. Let me see. You kind of see it. Let me find this. Let's see. I've got all these monitors. So, just got a bunch. The daily chart. Whew, man. Big gap to fill. Long-term downtrend, but a big gap to fill here. At least up to like 230s. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to close it down for the day. We've been having some technical difficulties with the stream today, and I don't know if I'm going to trade anymore. I'm probably not, and so I'm probably going to go ahead and close it down. Zillow, I'll take a look. Downtrend on the chart at the VWAP. I like the resistance above it too, like right here. It's got some solid risk, solid small risk, big reward. Yeah, I like that one a little bit more. Like I said, I'm probably going to hang it up for the day, guys. I'm just going to try to be as selective as I can. And so if you want to use the same platform or broker that Mitch and I use, you know, the intro package on TradeNet has a lot of benefits. Specifically, there's no PDT rule, so you can day trade as much as you want. You pay $350. The funded account comes with $14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Commissions are also pretty cheap if you use small sizing. Like if you use less than 300 shares, your commission for a round trip is around $5. And so it's super cheap commissions. It's one of the ways new traders can get started and trade small. Because the biggest thing that's going to help you as a new trader when you first get started is experience. I don't care what a guru tells you. I don't care what the gurus want to fill your head with. I don't care if they tell you if you buy their course, you're going to make $1 billion next week. The biggest thing that's going to help you is experience, because that's going to help you find your niche, deal with the emotions that come with trading live money, and ultimately help you to kind of grow as a trader, right? And that way, if you take too big of sizing, you're not going to get the experience. Your account's going to be gone, you're going to lose a bunch of money, and you're just going to be frustrated, most likely give up. That's why 90% of traders fail. But that's what I said. I think the package bundle that TradeNet offers, the intro package specifically, gives traders a cheap way to learn, right? I think, to be honest and to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose their intro package as well. But it's only $350, so instead of depositing thousands into a regular broker and losing that, you pay $350 for the package. It comes with a day trading course, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks when you first get started, and access to their chat room. Like I said, for $350 during this sale. It's also a great way to help support the channel. Everything Mitch and I put out there is completely free. We have free courses and free videos. We live stream every day for free. And this is one of the ways we can kind of help supplement. And so we do make a commission if you sign up through us, but you also get a pretty significant discount as well. And so if you want to help us support our channel, I'll post that link here. Like I said, you can actually short stocks. And so, you know, I think that alone makes it worthwhile. And it's just a really cheap option to get started in trading. Of course, maybe I'm biased. And so do your research, but I think it just makes sense. It's one of the cheaper ways where you can kind of eliminate some of that risk when you first get started. So there's the link if you want to check that out. What else, guys? Go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. If you want to know how I find these stocks to trade, I stayed patient. I watched my scanners, and I found a few solid stocks to trade. I'll post this link here as well. Go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable, allow you to do a lot of different stuff with these scanners. And so there's the link if you want to check out Trade Ideas. Like I said, best scanners in the game by far. Really cool company. Honestly, like I said, I think if you really think about it, there's a reason all the top traders use Trade Ideas. Is because they're legitimately the best scanners in the game. So go check them out. There's the link in the chat. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live every single day. You want to help support us? We'll see how day 3 of 1,000 shares per trade goes tomorrow. So far, since I moved up to 1,000 shares per trade, I've streamed it all live, and I haven't had one losing trade. And so it's been a fun little ride, this increase in share size. We'll see how I do tomorrow on Thursday. If you want to see how I do that, hit the subscribe button. If you click the subscribe button and click the bell next to the subscribe button, it's going to alert you every single time I go live. And so if you want to catch it and watch our journey here and watch to see how I do tomorrow, even if you don't like me, subscribe and watch me to see if I lose tomorrow. You know, hit the subscribe button, click the bell if you want to turn on notifications. Good luck at the markets, guys. Go check out our website. We've got a lot of free content on our site here. A lot of free content on our website. We've got broker reviews. We've got strategy breakdowns, which really breaks down all the strategies we use. We have links to our free day trading course here on YouTube. We got a lot of free stuff on our site. Go check them out. There's the link for that. And yeah, like I said, good luck in the markets, guys. If you want to join my team, also the World Series of Day Trading starts in a week and a half, or maybe a little bit over a week and a half. And it goes on for 6 trading days. It's completely free to apply to and enter. And the top 3 places in my team alone win packages. the top trader in my team alone wins a student package worth around $3,000. And then the top 2 places in my team also win intro packages for free. And there's nothing really to lose. Even if you dislike TradeNet, at the very least, you're going to get a free demo account for 6 days. And at the best, you could win free packages worth potentially thousands. And so even the top 20 places outside of my team win packages. And so join my team. It's completely free. Nothing to really lose. And I'll post that link here as well. But yeah, guys, appreciate the subscribe today. Let me see. Appreciate all the love today, guys. Let me find it. Sorry, I'm finding my competition link here so you can join my team if you want. Like I said, it's completely free to join. If you want a breakdown, I'll post that link here too. There's my team. Join my team, guys. And yeah, appreciate the sub. Let me see. Hey, Kenny, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Hey, brother, appreciate all the love, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you appreciate this content. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see how I do. Later, guys.